Hello everyone who may or may not be out there. Welcome to a Thursday evening here in South Australia and here in Splinterlands. And welcome to you, birds, bees and trees. Good to have you with us the second the stream began. Fantastic. Hope you guys are ready to watch me lose. My daily focus, of which I have about 23 minutes left today, is all about defense. So I need to use shield or repair. So I'll be doing that for the next 23 minutes while we wait for some people to rock up and say hi and say hello and do all that sort of bits and pieces. So shield and repair means probably life splinter or water splinter for the most part. Dragon and earth may also work, but super sneak, I think we'll be seeing a dragon team maybe from our opponent. 30 mana. Maybe a fire team. Hey Max Marker, welcome, and hey Simple Scientist, welcome to yourself as well. Good to see some new names for my time slot here. Happy to have you with me. What am I gonna do? I want to use repairs and shields, so I think I'm just going to risk the Kraken, and we'll throw whatever repairs and the standard protection measures we can for the Kraken at the Kraken. And it's probably going to be need for a reflect shield. It didn't end too badly for the end of last season. I did upload a video onto my YouTube channel and onto my Hive blog of the openings, which I recorded. I didn't stream it, but I recorded it. I got a couple of legendaries, a couple of packs, and a whole bunch of merits, which also allowed me to get a couple of Gladius packs, and in those Gladius packs I got some legendaries. So that's something that I'll be doing later in this stream as well, is submitting my gladiator teams for battle, because that is something that I need to do. I think for my final creature here I'm probably going to just go with Mermaid Healer and hope that Kraken can retaliate their way to victory. I'm not very good at playing Water Splinter, and I have no shame in that. I'm in fact terrible at playing Water Splinter, but that's the only way I'm going to get better. Well, my opponent seems to take their time putting their team together. Wow. Raging Impaler, there's something you don't see every day. That is something that is very, very seldomly played. I remember loving Raging Impaler when I was playing the game many years ago, and it seems that my opponent also agrees, but they are a very rare card indeed. You're in a fire quest, skip defend, as I think it was defend, and got fire, facing Gold Dragon a lot in Silver League. Yeah, Gold Dragon's one of those things that just keeps on persisting no matter what league you play in. They're a very, very good card. Now, this repair on this Scale Doctor might just be my undoing. Kraken's not doing very well against Raging Impaler, even with the retaliates, and now he's dead. Well, seems like there's a reason for that Raging Impaler to be used against that team composition, and well, it certainly did work. It worked absolutely fine. The only real counter to Gold Dragon is True Strike, coupled with Snipe, but generally speaking, when someone plays a Gold Dragon, they've got a whole bunch of other candidates in front of it that the Snipe will hit. Sometimes Sneak can get the better of it, but you throw in any creature with a taunt and it makes it exceptionally difficult to get to that Gold Dragon. So I've got silent summoners here and odd ones out. What am I going to do here? I'm thinking I might just go with Dragon. Hey Jagged, good to have you with us. Throw Selenia into the fire here. Not that my opponent is likely to play fire. I think they're more likely to play water. With the sneaky composition. I might try and do that, but I am somewhat more limited because I don't have all the cards that are required to pull this off. Now with evens, I'm limited to 3 mana for a tank. And Cruel Cephalopod, maybe? Looks like my best choice. Although my team here is not the most robust. And I'm not sure why I elected to play Dragon other than the option of the Summoner. And yeah, it's almost a mirror match. Ooh, my backfire's turned on today though. That's a nice change. My backfire actually working. Backfire's done the most amount of damage so far. This is splendid. Okay, now can we hit that shark? What's going on here? Normally the RNG is very much, no sorry. You cannot have a win through 1v1 style stuff. But today, apparently, it led me to my 6th focus chest, which is good. It's more than my season chests at this point. So let's continue on that journey for the next couple of minutes at the very least. Reverse speed and equal opportunity. So we want the slowness. I think it's time for Life Splinter here. And I kind of want to roll out Grandmaster Wraith, but I'm probably going to go with Chancius instead. Shield Bearer. We're going to bring a couple of, not violence, but silences to try and get around bits and pieces that are very annoying. Now we want to repair, so we'll bring Brightwing. And for a little bit of extra fun, we'll throw the Silver Shield Assassin in. Feel like that's probably a safe attack order. Oh, Llama Mage. Yuck. That's not very nice. I'm very grateful I brought those silencers along. Looks like I'm going to need them. All of them. Because that is an immense amount of damage. That blast damage, though, from Prismologist is very welcome. And in fact, oh, look at that, that's beautiful. Is their last stand going to upset me? Looks like it's going to be the Mycelic Infantry that's going to get the last stand. Because they won't take enough damage. Oh, maybe they will. Maybe Dr. Blight will get the last stand here. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, Dr. Blight's got the last stand, but he can't outdo the Healing Cleanse combo, particularly with all that damage still alive on my team. So we will claim victory here. Didn't even really pay that much attention to reverse speed in the monsters I selected. I even brought a speed boost, so go figure. Sometimes it turns out fine. Alright, 13.5 minutes to try and get to the 7th focus chest. And see what loot awaits me. Hey, hold my cards. Welcome. Doing a defense quest for the next 10 minutes or so. And I'm gonna go see what's inside. Then go have a look at what I need to do for my team's guild brawls. Submit some teams there and then see what our next focus is going to be. It's early in the season and I haven't had the opportunity to make all that many mistakes yet. So it's fresh weight and you'll see many mistakes. It's my style. Thank you, Birds and Bees. It was a pretty good win there. What do we got here? We got Broken Arrows and Fog of War. I have an inkling that I want to play Fire, but with the low mana. Yeah, let's go Fire, because I want to use Cerberus with the Retaliate, and then let's see if there's anything with Reach that can do something nice. I think Poison might be interesting, but that's probably too much mana. Oh, Life Splinter's available. No, we're going to go Lorna. Never mind. It's going to be Lorna. Hey, welcome new viewers. Good to have you with us. What are we doing? We don't want to look at Reach. So we got Papatalamus, if I've said that correctly, Just a Gamer, and hey, Bakweni. Been not too bad. Been puzzling myself over what to put into this particular team. Since it's in order of attack, though, we're just gonna let Conjurer and Armor Smith have some fun with the absence of Sneak. Oh, I really needed to bring a triage. I'm gonna get picked off one by one here. Maybe Repair will be kind to me, but for the most part I'm going to get picked off by Thorns and Opportunity because there's going to be too many targets. Like that. Can't win that one, so let's move on. Were you Red Pill 1? Was that you, Bakawani? Have you changed the account you're playing? Well played. My law is my weakness. Both in not owning him and also finding him as an opponent. Oh, right. Fair enough. Well, what are the odds of us fighting each other twice in a row? Probably pretty low. We've got 56 mana to play with here. Heavy hitters and silent summoners. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I'm gonna move my other chair out of the way for a bit. I was sitting with my feet up for a bit because I was feeling really lazy today. I don't know what I'm gonna do for this one. Kind of want to bring the stuns, but it's silent summoners, so summoner doesn't matter. I think I like Life Splinter, but Fire Splinter can be really destructive with their stuns. So can Dragon Splinter, actually. But Silent Summoners sort of prevents that a little bit. I could get around it by playing Krallis in the front. That's what I'm going to do. We'll add some speed with Brightwing. That also brings Repair along for the rule set that I'm trying to win at. Surely there's more stuns in Life Splinter that I haven't thought of. Oh, there is. There's Thunderbird. And there's a couple of other bits and pieces as well. But Cyclops is probably going to be the only useful one. And I might throw in High Priest Darius just for lulz. I've gone really risky here without bringing a healer. But That's the decision that I've made. Let's see what we get. I'm anticipating a loss. Oh, that is only a level 2. Everything else is pretty damaging though. I did predict that Fire Splinter was going to be a danger. Double redemption with the resurrection seemed to work okay though. It seems to be a triple resurrection, and that's been the main cause of my damage so far. Taken out one of my opponents, which is pretty lovely. Welcome, We2487. Good to have you back again. So at first I thought, not great. Then the triple redemption from Thunderbird, well, that went much better than I expected. Not the way I'd like to win, but, you know, I'll take it. 7.5 minutes left in this daily focus, so we'll see if we can push it to the next chest. We'll go hard and fast early and see what it does. Oh, 14 mana with Rise of the Commons. I am tempted to go Llama and Mercenary, but judging by the teams that the opponent's been submitting, these water teams with the stun tend to defeat that composition. So if it's Rise of the Commons, I am afraid of Mylor, but I'm going to go with Kelia so I can use Electric Eels. And oh, it's going to be too expensive, isn't it? Yeah, I was thinking of Demon Shark. So I'm still going to go with Demon Shark. But it's going to be... No. Oh, dang. All the creatures I'm thinking of are not commons. Where is Redemption Man? There he is. He's not exactly Redemption Man, but he gets to be an angry man, which is what I want. We'll throw in the Screeching Vulture, then we'll just try and chicken it up. So the idea here is Stone Splitter Orc just redemptions everything and becomes enraged and then wins, but don't think I'm going to have enough damage unless we get some really clean... Oh, that miss. Come on. Come on, hit him. Yes. Excellent. Retaliate, also OP. That's what I was hoping was going to happen. I was looking for Naga Warrior in Blue Splinter to fight that battle for me, but Stone Splitter Orc did the job, and I'm really happy that they did. Alright, onwards to the next one. And we've got reverse speed, so that's nice and simple. We've got a lot of Mylor, a Delwyn, and another Mylor. Well, I'm glad this isn't your team, because the pattern of play looks similar to what you've done previously, Bakarani. So I'll still be here, as always, for an hour or so longer, probably. Depends on how long your walk is. I'll probably still be here when you get back. Reverse speed. And 27 mana. Who can go slow? Let's go Grandmaster Wraith for this one, just to be slightly different, because I am afraid of magic coming my way here. There's a repair. There's a heal. I kind of want a triage. Don't really know how I feel about this team composition. Not confident, that's for sure. Well, at least it wasn't Mylor. And I'm glad I brought that triage. Not that there's any blast damage. Yeah, I haven't looked at splinter tools at all. I sort of like to try and do the machine learning in my mind instead of doing the simulation. I'm sure if I had a look at it and started using and studying it, I would become hopelessly addicted to the sandbox that it essentially gives you. But there's a reason why I've avoided it so far, and the reason is I would become hopelessly addicted to it. And this is going to be a slow and arduous battle. Yeah, Papatamus, I've been playing since 2018, so I've been around the place for long enough, so I don't rent any cards. All the cards that I'm playing with are my own, with the exception of my Alpha Flesh Golem, which is delegated to me from my friend. The friend who just happens to own most of the Alpha Flesh Golems that exist. And we've been talking about doing a little bit of a collaboration on stream, because he wants to run a bit of a contest surrounding his land plots and potentially surrounding some big SPS delegations and stuff when we get the SPS delegation stuff being increasingly previewed. So I don't know how much he wants me to talk about that at this point, but he's considering it and has been considering it for some time now. And when I say that we'll be doing a collaboration, that means he'll be sitting in this very room right next to me, because we do happen to live in the same city. And we've been playing sort of Splinterlands together for many years, even before the guild system came out. And he is the leader of the guild of which I am a member. And we've been on our Splinterlands journey for, I don't know, 4 years together. And it's a different feeling when you've got people not only on Twitch to talk about Splinterlands with, but in real life that you know outside of Splinterlands, before Splinterlands, to sort of talk about things and throw things up and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, we've got quite a bit of a community here in the city that I live in. The biggest Splinterlands sort of meetup that we had, just a local pub. I think we had probably just under a dozen, just under 12 people show up. But we use Hive and Discord to try and network as heavily as we can for the local Splinterlands community. And I think off the top of my head, at least 4 of my guild members are in the city in which I live. So it's awesome. It's local. It's not just limited to the blockchain. We're all humans, of course, behind our cards and our summoners and our accounts and our usernames. But I should be picking a team here for this one. Close range and reverse speed. It's almost the whole town, yeah. When you're referring to the city of Adelaide, South Australia, 12 people is fundamentally the whole town. I could make some joke around, when we had lockdown restrictions, we weren't allowed to gather as a city. But that would be misrepresentative because, our city's a pretty small place. There's like 3 degrees of separation here. We're a very, very small town for something like the capital city. Considering you can drive from one end of the city to the other in about an hour and 15 minutes, that's from urban sprawl to urban sprawl. It's not a big place at all. What am I going to throw in for my last card? I think I'm just going to go Krallis. I think anything else involves too much thought. Like I always say, I don't like to put too much thought into my stuff. It hurts my brain. Why would I hurt my brain when I can just pick stuff and see what happens? I have somehow managed to bring a triple resurrect setup. And I'm hoping that Jared Scar can do something amazing here. But he's not going to have the health to do it. He's going to burn all my team's resurrections in the first round. He just doesn't get a redemption to go with it, like everyone else did. in the last Life Splinter battle that I played. But at least we got rid of the slip spawn. And now the rest of our team is free to die via the double magic reflect that's coming my way, courtesy of Robo Dragon Knight and that gold dragon that someone was talking about earlier. That incredible gold dragon. Yeah, that's pretty much my slogan for life though, Jagged. I don't like to put too much thought into my stuff. Except for when I do, then you know, it becomes too much thought. So by limiting the amount of thought that I put into things... See, now I'm overthinking that very statement. I'm going to go down like Bill Gates, aren't I? Computers will never need more than this much RAM. Where I could make some elaborate statement around, you'll never need more than 1,000 DEC. No, I'm not going to do that. Watch that be quoted out of context for years to come. And that's the end of my focus. So I'm just going to go ahead and hover over this claim button tantalizingly, and then not press it, because I'm going to go on over to my guild battles, and we're going to go put in our guild battles before we open up those quests. Hey Wingsmith, welcome. Good to have you with us. I've only got 5 guild battles to go. Let's see what we can do. So we can't play Biz Kitty, but it doesn't matter. That Splinter is banned. So we got Fire and we got Death at equal opportunity and a total of 18 mana. So I'm going to go with Ouster. And I'm just going to spam Life Leech, because Life Leech is amazing. Particularly with Witch of Warwick, because they are a gladiator card. What are my thoughts on the price of DEC after the raw changes? I've got no clue what's going to happen. I hope that we'll see it get closer back to its peg, but at the same time I don't really care. It seems like they're going to be interchangeable with one another, DEC and SPS, via burning, via pools, and via all the other mechanisms that are in the game, so nah, don't really mind. I know it's going to make guild buildings probably a lot harder to upgrade for some people who haven't stockpiled DEC. So I hope any people who are wanting to do guild sort of stuff have considered that. Because I know that's one of the sinks for DEC at current. But it'll be interesting to see what other sinks come along for DEC as well. I know that land is rumoured to be one of those DEC sinks, so who knows, we might need DEC to upgrade our buildings or assign workers. Maybe we need to pay our cards wages in DEC, who knows. Better not give the team ideas, hey? Alright, we got a 99 mana match. Everything has snipe, it's equalizer. We got Death and Water Splinter available. I think the only way to go here is Death. And we're gonna try and get swiftiest team we possibly can. So there's 2 Swifts available. I'm definitely going to use Cthulhu. It is Equalizer, so let's go Dark Horn. I'm actually going to dump Supply Runner. I can't bring the card I wanted to bring. She's Undead Lich. We're technically not eligible for this rule set. So instead, let's scrap that idea of Mimosa and go with Deep Swimmer. Let's see if we can't focus on Void Armor or Void. Legionnaire Alvar is always a nice choice, I think. Is there any other Voids? Yeah, Wave Brood, and then we can spam Triage to protect the Wave Brood. Now, that calls for the fact that I don't have much damage. Let's go with the Cleaver Man. And then we'll throw in Metal Eye Guardian to hopefully keep everything else alive. And we're not going to see a lot of these battles because we're right at the start of guild brawl cycle, so there's that, but that's okay. We'll be opening up those daily focus chests very soon. We got water, we got life, we got dragon. Jotun is unusable, it's equal opportunity. Let's go kitty, let's go life. So I think they're going to have the best options as far as swiftness is going to go. That repair is going to be super useful as well. Our opportunity, everything has opportunity. So that means I can be very nefarious here. Where is Bloodlust? Who can we bring? Well, Captain Katie's the obvious choice. The way obvious choice. Now, if my opponent's thinking along the same lines, let's throw something with magic reflect that has less than 5 health. That's going to be a tough ask. That's a very tough ask. So Brightwing is going to be targeted by magic reflect no matter what we do, unless we throw in the shield bearer and we just stack in a whole bunch of silence to try and protect him. Which is exactly what I'm going to do. Then we need some healings. We can't do healings because of the rule set. So why did I pick Biz Kitty? Because I wanted the speed. Let's go with Vigilator. Oh, we get to watch this one. And yeah, I was thinking in my mind that I should have gone with what's this guy? This guy. I should have gone with this guy because I anticipated that magic would be a problem, which is why I wanted to bring so many silences. But my opponent has not opted for that. Instead, they've opted for a good balance of stuff. But thankfully, it's no healing. I've still got resurrections up my sleeve as well. They didn't bring a gladiator card, which could go well for me. There's my resurrection triggered. And now my resurrection is over. Which is not going to be great. And oh god, they've got 2 resurrections. Much to my increasingly realizing disdain. Yeah, I should have gone with the same summoner. I've wasted the third ability of Biz Kitty here. I could have done so much better with my team. Oh, they didn't even have a leveled shield bearer. Oh, the shame. I had a max level shield bearer and still managed to lose that one. That is sadness. That is sadness in my heart and in my body and in my brain. Okay, Jotun is not available. We got Water Splinter, we got Dragon Splinter, we got heavy hitters, so we're looking for stuns. I want everything to hit, so I'm going with Kitty. I don't care this time. Stuns, yes and yes. So those stuns are going to be a bit all over the place. I believe we've got something with Bloodlust that has opportunity. We do. What's the risk of return fire like here? Probably pretty high, so let's go with this one as our whatchamajigger, Gladiator. And let's go Desert Dragon in case we see a big old nasty tank in the front of the enemy team. Any other considerations I need? I need a healer. Let's bring a healer. Then we've got 6 mana left to play with for some more damage. Let's go with Gloridax Guardian instead, or on the side of defense. Because that extra armor is not gonna go astray. Murderlite Guardian is very vulnerable. In fact, most of my team is here. But we'll see, or we won't see. We'll wait, and then we'll see. Okay. Another. So, Kitty is out of here, and so is Llama Mage. And we've got Noxious Fumes, and as the common, so my opponent has the option to use either of those summoners, but I may not. So I may as well go with the next biggest and baddest thing that I can throw out there, which is going to be Jotun. And with a poison in effect, I don't know, let's go and throw this guy in as our position. Let's see if we've got cleanse. I'm thinking that blue splinter may be a wiser choice. Maybe even life splinter. No, because it's got commons only. Trying to think of other stuff that has immunities or cleanses, and most of the immunities are in legendary cards or rare cards. So it's probably still not wise not bringing a cleanse, but I am officially risking it. Can we bring more range stuff? We certainly can. 4 damage for a stun. My damage is going to be way too spread out here. And of course we can't bring the 0 mana squad because of the rule set. Molten Ash Golem is going to go at the very back as the surprise. But that's it for Guild Brawls. My guild is currently coming last because of my one loss. Oh no, other members of the squad have also lost. But that's alright. There's many more things to resolve there. Now, let's go and see what these 7 focus chests contain. Are we going to get some cool stuff, or are we just going to get some miserable, rubbishy stuff? Let's see. There's a Vampire Bat, 128 merits, 112 DC. Bloodmaker, Crystal Smith. The Bloodmaker, to me, it always looks like it should be a higher rarity card just due to the quality of the artwork. You look at Crystal Smith, it's like, yeah, it's pretty good artwork, but then you look at Bloodmaker and you think, oh, that's got much better detail in it, that should be a rarer card. Then we got 80 DC, and this one's not doing any shaking or shuddering, and it shouldn't be, because it's just a Pellicle Conjurer hiding in there. So, handful of commons, a rare, some DEC. I don't think we got enough merits to run away and join the Gladius Case collection again. About 150, 250 off. So that means we're now faced with a fire focus. This has the possibility of going really well or really badly, because I'm not the greatest fire player in the world. Fire and blue splinter are my weak points. So if you ever want to challenge me, play those splinters, or force me to play those splinters, because I'm not good at them. I think life and death and green are my best splinters, which just so happen to be all the other splinters. And what have we got? Well, we can't play fire anyway. So target practice, everything has snipe. Evens are in the house. We got dragon and we got life splinter as our choices. Opponent has a shield bearer. And what, if any other stuff do they throw into the mix? They like to manipulate some speed. They love the repair. They love the amplify. So I'm going to go with void armor here. Throw in the shield bearer. Now I'm going to be aware of the fact that they may also bring a shield bearer, so Luminous Eagle's coming out for the shadow, given that it's evens and I can't bring the Lone Boatman with their snipe shadow. That is an important fact about this battle. That leaves me with limited options for healing, i.e. the Crystal Smith. And this is where it gets slightly more difficult, because I don't want to bring too many ranged options along. Cleanse, I feel, is going to be important. So I'm going to throw the Herbalist into the mix. And for 8 mana, I think is just going to be Billa to bring in the rest of the team. I'm going to throw Herbalist at the very back in case Shieldbearer goes. And they bring Sneaky Peoples. They didn't bring Sneaky Peoples, they didn't bring Triarch Peoples. They did bring a Shieldbearer Peoples. But I don't feel so bad about my selection. The only thing I forgot to bring was a repair. But I think I'll be alright. Hey, Ape of War Street, good to have you. Thank you for referring to me as Hagrid. I haven't been able to get any confirmation of there being my custom title, Holozor the Homeless, thrown in as official game law yet. So you might have to start a suggestion at feedback.splinterlands.com for that one. My strategy will be to leverage you guys as a Twitch army to successfully implement that proposal. It's going to be one of the first proposals we put into the game, in my mind. I think it's well worth whatever the cost is going to be of burning the SPS to get me that title. Or some sort of honorary way of acknowledging the memery that is Twitch. My wife nearly burst out laughing at the Holozor the Homeless remark. And she's struggling to contain it in the background here. But it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Unless she's laughing at something else inconsequentially. Alright, we've got heavy hitters and we've got close range coming into this battle. What does my opponent enjoy? They've got a Lorna. Oh, that Mimosa could be a pain. Actually, no, it won't be a pain if I go down the track of Earth Splinter. So we will go via the Llama route, because Llama and Cornelius is fun. Now stuns. Stuns are a tough thing. Not the tons, stuns. Let's see. I could go with the slowest team in the West and be like, here's a Stone Golem, they have stun. Here's a Cyclops, they also have stun. But then I've used all of my mana and the Death Splinters team is going to be a ton more powerful in terms of their speed. So let's go. But Cornelius is so good in Last Stand. No, I'm gonna follow my Cornelius is so good in Last Stand and neglect the stun. We'll still use stun, but just not to the extent or the level of perfection that is generally encouraged. This is what happens when I overthink my teams. Will they be using Blast here? Probably not, so let's go with Failed Summoner in that second position. I'm looking at that Failed Summoner thinking, they're missing an ability. But then I realise, the only time we ever see Failed Summoner is when it's played with Mylor, and they've always got Thorns. So, yes, I guess you could say Failed Summoner is missing an ability. Oh, that's a good start. Nice little stun from the Spirit Shaman. We've broken the armor. The stun persists and bang. But I don't know if... yeah, no, he did not. He did not live beyond a day, our young little giant stomping man. We may have to resolve to the Llama Cornelius combo to do the damage we wish to do. Although I am going to have that redemption come through shortly from the Spirit Shaman, which will be nice. Poisoning the Mycelia is excellent as well. But that's all that they wrote. And I don't think my Cornelius is going to be able to deal with all of that damage. They might be able to. Depends on if they get the lucky affliction and then get prevented from healing. Can Cornelius stand up? It doesn't have legs because it's clearly a floating eyeball, so the literal answer to that question is no. But can they stand up against the team that they're fighting? The practical answer is also no. So today we learned that floating sentient eyeballs cannot solo an enemy team. At least not the context of the enemy team that I was faced with as a challenge. But there's going to be more opportunities for me to lose, so stick around and you'll see them. You woke up in the middle of your sleep, and then instead of tossing and turning violently in your bed, you decided to come to Twitch and watch me. Are you okay, Ape? Or is it because I'm just like some sort of lullaby that can put you to sleep? Don't answer either way, because I'm sure the answer will be creepy, no matter what you say. Because I'm certainly not waking you up. I could put you to sleep with my monotone and my just absolute drivel of rubbish, but you have to remember that Commander Garlic is coming in after me and he's certainly going to wake you up. So yeah. Alright, noxious fumes, broken arrows. I should play Deep Swimmer because, you know, all of the armor's going to come along. No. We need the... Oh, actually, Deep Swimmer may not be the worst choice, even though... No, not going to do that. I'm going to use Almo. Almo Chem Abino. And who's going to go along with that? How is Legionnaire Alvar in the team? I didn't invite him. I don't even think he's a good idea. Is there anyone else with immunity we can throw in? Yes, there is, and that conveniently adds an amplifier. That's perfect. Now, observe as I try to rely entirely on a sequence of healing to win this match. It's going to be Almo versus the world, and everything else be damned. And this is not going to end well immediately upon seeing the enemy team. Sure, we're going to kill that prismatic energy, no problems, but the rest of my team is going to struggle so bad. Why didn't I bring Queen Mycelia? That extra triad would have been super helpful. Oh well, here I find myself in the loser's corner. At least it was only 4 rating points that I gave away there. That was a very quick turnaround into a new battle, which means it's going to be a very quick turnaround into another loss. We've got Little League. So 4 mana or less. Life is in the house. Oh, water is in the house. Dragon. They tend to play dragon with a bit of a mixture of stuff. I reckon they're probably going to stick to blue splinter here. And it looks like a sneaky blue splinter is going to happen. So let's go Camilla and think about adding any more demoralize. There's no demoralize in life splinter. What about in blue splinter? No more demoralize. Okay then, who has better protect options? It's probably gonna be life. Now, do we have... some sort of thorny retaliation? Yes, but it's not going to be super useful. Let's go with the crystal jaguar there and the crystal werewolf there. Oh, I can't afford the repair because I put Defender of Truth in. Sorry, Crystal Jaguar, you gotta go bye-bye. Maybe we just try to get them to miss. We'll throw in the blind as well. Go that way. I'm not certain about this one. Only 25 seconds left when I hit submit, and yet we're still waiting on what my opponent's going to do. Let's have a bit of a drink while we wait. Alright. I feel like it's been more than 25 seconds since I submitted my team, but we got a real thinker on our hands. Who's our thinker opponent? They haven't been doing too much thinking. Hopefully it ends in a win for me. Yeah, they did a fair bit of thinking here. I don't know how to feel about this team. I'm glad I brought the silence. And the sneak was also helpful. Rather, the anti-sneak in Naga Assassin, that is. But silence did very little to help. Oh, come on, Backfire. Do something useful. Oh, that enrage was delicious. But, again, didn't do very much. I'm surprised that they didn't bring a stun. Ironically, I think Naga Assassin's going to carry the game. Oh no, that miss. Oh, that miss cost me the game. That makes me sad. I say Naga Assassin's going to carry the game, and then she misses and just completely throws herself in the trash bin. Absolutely gone. Useless. I want a refund on her abilities. She should have been able to hit. I'm not pleased with her contribution to the team, this Naga Assassin. She did not do any assassinating at all. In fact, she did the opposite. She got assassinated by her own hand. And that's the official lore story of Naga Assassin in my mind. 14 mana. Stampede. It's time. Alama. Hydra. Initiate Hydra Kids, Hydra Wife. And we'll see what happens. There's so many teams that can beat this nowadays, but it's still so much fun to play. I'm not sure that this is one of the teams that can beat it, but it is a lot of range damage. Of course, the Hydra is weakened by the fact that there's not any retaliate options it can actually do here, but the armor also stops the relentless onslaught of its trample, but it's still fun. Hey, Sarge, welcome. And I think Hydra may be met with an untimely demise here. Particularly if they get poisoned again. No, they can't get poisoned now. Let's see. Hey, Azul Thrasher. You're the second person to call me Hagrid on my stream this evening, and it is a name that I've been called many times before. So, welcome. I won't say the requisite words from the film/book, because here no one's a wizard. They're battle mages, right? Battle mages and summoners. Okay. And here we go into another battle. I haven't been able to play fire, even though that's my focus. So it's probably for the best, because I'm not very good at fire. So we got heavy hitters and explosive weaponry. Yeah, I'm saving up my my channel points, Sarge. I'm at 38.5k channel points, so I've got it. I've got it eventually. Eventually, another 3 months, and I'll have enough channel points to get myself a town hall shout out. I should save it for the Splinterfest live town hall shout out. Just be like, yeah, I'm not there, but I'm haunting you from afar. Alright, I better think about this team. Heavy hitters. And we got explosive weaponry. You just sit here in the Twitch chat idle, and then you'll see Aggrod's face at the bottom of the chat window, and those are the channel points that slowly tick up as you watch streams. You get more points if you are subscribed on Twitch to the Splinterlands TV channel, which is standard sort of fare for things. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you've got a Amazon Prime subscription, you can also subscribe for free to one Twitch channel per month. So if you haven't done that and you're an Amazon Prime subscriber, do it. Help us out. All right. I love your passion there, Sarge. Absolutely good. Now, I've still got 37 seconds to pick my team here. And it's not the best team ideas. I'm going to go with Earth, and I'm going to look for speedy snipers and stuff. So I know what I want to play. I'm just not going to do a very good job at selecting it in time. This one, where is it? I'll get rid of that. This one. Is there another opportunity? Yes, there is. That one. Oh god, at the time. Let's just go Stone Splitter Orc and YOLO. Don't know why I went Selenia. Might work. Oh, they use the blast shield. That's awkward. Oh, and they've got Kron hiding at the back. That's even more awkward. Really good job by my Screeching Vulture there, though. I've got one tiny opportunity to get stuck into that Kron with some blast damage before it all goes goodbye. Oh, that Divine Shield was brutal. Ouch. Yeah. Oh, I am quicker. Oh, I got him down to 1 health. Unfortunately, there's no bonus for getting him down to 1 health. And that's it there. That's it. That's sad. That's sad, and it's in a bucket. Particularly to be defeated by someone whose name is Rookie. How long have they been playing for? September 2021. Meanwhile, me, June 2018, indeed defeated by a Rookie. Okay, we've got Broken Arrows, Weak Magic, but only 12 mana. I think that calls for, oh, it's got to be Ouster or Lorna. I'm gonna go with Ouster. Okay, what's gonna happen with this team? Let's go with Life Sapper Bonesmith and Slime Ball, Shadowy Presence. I'm just thinking that it's Aggie, just because the name of the emote in the Splinterlands Discord is Aggie Ooh. Just catching up on your big chat message there, Sarge. With this pay for notoriety. That was just a very great shout out those that deserve it. I'm not sure what I've done to deserve it. I'm always happy to stick around and help out. Do you know if it's a permanent ban from the Discord? But it's awesome that Weirdbeard reached out to you to check on you and make sure that you're okay there, Sarge, as well. You can feel free to send me a challenge with or without channel points, Sarge. I know you've been around forever. I make an exception for you, my friend. And I think my opponent Tailcock here, who's been around also forever in the game, is going to make an exception for my ability to win by presenting me with a crushing and demoralizing defeat. Even though their damage is mighty spread out, it's doing a really good job at picking on all of my creatures. And my shadowy presence is not going to be able to stand up to that. So yes, we have our defeat at the hands of Tailcock here, who has been battling since September 2018. And there, I was thinking that was a low number of battles, 394, but that's Modern League. 60,000 battles almost in Wild, with 32,000 wins. How many total battles have I played? Yeah, about half. And they clearly have much more experience than I in battle. Alright, let's move on out to the next battle. And if you want to shoot over that challenge, Sarge, go for it. You don't have to pay to defeat me here. Whenever you redeem channel points, it ends up in my pocket. What do you do with those channel points? What does an ape do it with channel points? What use does an ape have for channel points? Odd ones out and armored up. Let's think not so carefully about what we're going to do. Well, I've got the fire quest, so let's go with Jotun and magic, because it's the first opportunity I've been given to do this, and that's too much mana for not enough. I've only got 19 mana to put a team together. Alright, let's think more rationally about this Jotun magic team instead of throwing everything and anyone in. Let's throw things in with a slightly larger sense of responsibility. We've got six mana left. I want someone who has like native armor to be my tank. I know. Oh, it's odd ones. Oh, why does it have to be this stuff it? No, not Gremlin Blaster. Let's just go with Heatsmith. Let's go with the defensive front line. And then once I've resolved this battle, Sarge, we'll throw the battle out your way. Hey, it's not a problem, Simple Scientist. And the great thing about Splinterlands is that every league is just like a different game entirely. It's completely different depending on the league that you play. I don't know how to feel about this. I'm most depressed about the Dwarven Wizard, although I always thought Dwarven Wizard had more speed than what that particular thing had. I'm probably not winning here. Why did we not get any damage? Oh, Void. That's why we didn't do any damage to the Djinn. Congratulations on getting there into bronze. It's a different world than novice. Alright, Come on, Jin Apprentice. Be better than an apprentice. No, you got stunned, so you're a terrible apprentice. Ooh, maybe. No, they won't make it. They won't make it. Okay, let's find that challenge button. And we'll go Gold League for you there, Sarge. And grabbed your name on the clipboard earlier. Oh, let's go. And let's preview what is about to happen with me here. I anticipate this is going to be the outcome of the battle. It's definitely been the outcome of the last 3 battles that I've played. And this way, even though I know Sarge is a consummate gentleman who would not stream snipe me, we are going to let you all examine my face as we put together our team. Okay, so the rule set that we've got is keep your distance. We've got 21 mana. Earth is available, Dragon's available, Death is available, and Life is available. So I've clicked the Create Team button, and we're going to see what I'm going to think about doing here. If you're listening, Sarge, I think I'm going to rock a pretty old school looking team, but there's going to be some sprinklings of fresh blood, or at least I was thinking there was going to be sprinklings of fresh blood, but I then go look at some of the abilities that are missing because it's Gold League. I'm not used to Gold League, and I'm thinking to myself, perhaps this old school team that I'm putting together is not the most impressive of ideas. What stuff can I play here? Maybe that. Definitely that. I'm trying to stick to the oldest school team I can put together here to honor our time spent of the past. Yeah, we'll throw that in as well. I'm struggling on what to put into my front line. I've still got 37 seconds left. That's really all I can throw into the team. And I've probably picked the wrong summoner here for what I've thrown in, but I don't have time to rejig it, so I've gone on in. My team is ready. Oh, nice. We got some old school stuff in here. We got the Undead Archer. We got a fresh Chaos Agent. I love Phantom Soldier. They're one of the greatest old school cards in my opinion. And you picking that Phantom Soldier with that silence may be hazardous to my team's health. But I think I'm going to be okay because of Grenadier. I also wanted to get the jump on you with speed, which is why I brought Swamp Thing along. I'm sorry, Sarge. That was absolute torture for you. Old school should have used Vampire. No, old school we should have used Rusty Androids. I don't even have a Rusty Android. I wish I had a Rusty Android. They're like the memeiest card of them all. Let's go look at how the humble Rusty Android is doing. Common, reward, neutral. No, they were a beta card, weren't they? Oh, right, I'm not on the market. I'm in my collection. I'm wondering, where is it? It's not here. Let's turn off those gold foil cards. Yeah, here's the infamous Rusty Android. Oh, I remember when these cards were like $2 total for a maxed out Rusty Android. And now look at that. You can barely buy a Gold League Rusty Android. When you think about them, they're not great cards. They've been replaced with far superior choices. But Look at that artwork. How can you not like that artwork? Look at that rusty android. Isn't it just such an android? I don't see any rust on it though. This looks more like copper. It'd be wonderful if they're awesome workers on the land as part of the expansion. But yeah, there's so many cards. Why is it going back to my cards? I want to look at the market cards, particularly neutrals. Because there's so many underappreciated neutral cards out there, like this Raging Impaler that absolutely destroyed me earlier. It was this specific one, I swear. But there's also the Cockatrice, who's pretty great as well. I really am sad for missing out on Battering Ram. They are very useful. And then we've got Gargoyle Lion. 72,476 Gargoyle Lions on the market. You compare that to every other neutral card currently, and sure, the other neutral cards are of much higher rarity and lower circulation, but it just shows you how underappreciated Gargoyle Lion is right now. I think that's got to do with the fact that, I don't know, maybe Gargoyle Lion is the new rusty android. Do they get as much respect as a rusty android? Do they have a purpose? I'm not sure. They've got more abilities. They're sort of positioned in a rusty android sort of manner. I think it's gonna be good. Yeah, I think there's gonna be quite some time before like full tilt land is out and about Azul Thrasher. I think there's going to be plenty of time for the current crop of reward cards to meter out. What are we going to do here? We got close range, explosive weaponry, 28 mana, fire splinters in, explosive weaponry and close range. So you know what? I'm going to go with the speedy machine of Pyre. And conveniently, I'm already sorted by speed. Since everything's going to have blast anyway, why not? Why not go with the speediest people that I can put together? Got some magic dealers. Not magic damage, some magic dealers. They deal in the ways of magic at the markets. It makes me sad that I can't fit Ifrit Elder and Kaladin. So we'll go with Ifrit Elder. No, we won't. We'll go with Kaladin. Because Void's going to be more useful, I feel. And because Blast is in the house, we'll go with Zarin Ifrit. And then Stopgap to protect the Flame Monkey for the briefest of moments. We'll see. Well, at least I should be able to hit that Phantasm. Do I get the speed drop? Because they've also got impressive speed on their team. No, I didn't get the speed drop. Oh. And the speeds continue to diminish for me. Come on, Spark Pixies. Oh, you couldn't dodge. It's all over. Death to my team. Ouch. I got destroyed. Yes, I do. I throw all of my stream replays up on there. You can go to the link when I get it for you in just a second. I don't do any like specific stuff for YouTube, but what I do is upload all of my replays, and I've got some other content on the YouTube channel as well. that has some really old school Splinterlands that I streamed with a friend back in the day as well. So if you want to go see some alpha and beta packs be opened from way back in 2018 and see how the game has changed, and it has changed a lot, trust me, feel free to go check some of those out. The stream replays are generally delayed because of the Twitch partner or affiliate or whatever it is that we are. You've got to give Twitch a 24-hour exclusivity on the videos, so I record them when I stream and then I upload them later. I've got some other stuff on there as well from various other games that I've played in the past as well. I really wanted to start recording my sim racing experiences, because I've got a steering wheel and a VR headset and Project Cars 2, which is amazing in VR, and it's something I enjoy, but it's quite difficult to race and respond to chat at the same time. It often ends up being hilarious for viewers. It's kind of like texting and driving. Don't do it, it'll kill you. And I don't think I'm entertaining enough to sort of be tearing around a racetrack while also talking in this voice and reading chat and interacting with people. But that is something that I do enjoy very thoroughly. Right, we've got keep our distance and reverse speed. So we don't want anything that increases our speed. So I'm going to go with Jotun, and we do have a good close range option here by way of exploding tanky range dude thing that costs a lot of that one. Lava Launcher is who I was thinking of. They've also got that stun, which is helpful. Scavo Fireball is not helpful because they've got pretty good speed. Let's sort inversely by speed. Yeah, I got a quest to Azul Thrasher, and I've had the PlayStation VR previously and I wasn't impressed by it. And then the Quest, I've got a pretty decent gaming PC. I've got a 3080 and a 5950X, and it's really good. The Quest 2. Cannot say a bad word about its technical capabilities. It's a very, very capable VR headset. And there's my team, because I got to rambling. And I'm just going to read Sarge's chat here as well. I think, Sarge, as I've said and alluded to previously, that we're going to have a wave of new players that's going to come along and go like, you old guys have no idea how to play the game. Like, move aside and let us show you how this game is meant to be played. And I'm waiting for that moment to come along where I'm genuinely on a 30-game losing streak and have no idea what to do to try and eke out a victory at all. I'm waiting for that moment to come, and it's come close a few times. There's been instances where I've been thoroughly demoralized by the quality of opponents, but in this particular battle here, I think it's the opposite. I think I'm being the bully here. And I won't lie, it feels pretty good. That win was really nice. Even as a standalone sort of VR device, it's really good as well. Azul Thrasher, like even untethered, not connected to a PC. It's really impressive what the hardware itself can do. The only downside is the battery life is really low if you get into like super long sessions, and I particularly like long form racing, like endurance racing. I used to love Gran Turismo 3 back on the PS2, with its hundreds, what it felt like as a kid back then, of like, here, do 200 laps around this circuit. And it was just really fun. It sort of helped me focus on something for a long period of time, because I tend to get very easily distracted by, ooh, shiny, what's that? So having something where it's a situation where I can sit down and dedicate a chunk of time to something where my entire attention will be focused on it is good, and that's why I like doing these streams as well. It's a 2-hour window where I can sit back, read chat, get distracted, and idly almost play Splinterlands until I get somewhere on the leaderboard. Usually Champ 2, mostly Champ 3 recently though. Now I'm baffled by taking sides of Fire Focus, and probably a time to play a Llama. I think Cron's a bad idea, but I'm going to do it. Just straight Llama Cron and see what happens. Yeah, I don't know if it's ADHD. Actually, Sarge, I've never been diagnosed or never been investigated for it at all. Could be, who knows. But I think it's just my mind tends to run around at 10 trillion different thoughts. I have no trouble sort of achieving things and that sort of stuff, but yeah, could be, who knows. And that's a defeat, which I suspected would be the case. Yeah, there's so many different bits and pieces in this game that you can focus on. Thrasher, the cognitive investment that you can make on the game is just as precariously balanced as the financial investment, or your time investment that you can make on the game. If you want to get really good at tournaments, you've got to find your niche and get really good at that style of play. If you want to just slay on the leaderboards and get those end of season rewards, that's a particular niche. Then you've got the split between modern and wild. Then you've got the whole actual game and market dynamics of, do you want to just sit there and try and snipe really cheap cards on the market and trade them, or do you want to sit back and see what the sort of meta game that surrounds the markets ends up being like? Do you want to go and speculate on this, that, or the other? There's so many different avenues you can have fun with this game. One of my favorite games that I played many years ago on PC, it was a Electronic Arts game. It was called Battle Forge, and it had trading cards that you'd combine to battle in a PvE environment. So you'd put together a deck, you'd co-op with some friends, you'd fight this epic campaign against monsters and creatures in a full 3D environment, and it was such a great game. And then they shut it all down and it all disappeared. Yeah, and that's an approach many people have taken Thrasher as well. People have sort of even documented that on the Hive blockchain, on top of which Splinterlands runs, of course. They've sort of documented their journey to say, hey, here I am. I'm starting off with these 3 cards, or I'm starting off with buying 5 packs, and whatever I get in those 5 packs, I'll trade my way up and trade my way out and see where I end up. And it's been some pretty fascinating journeys. Some people having some pretty crazy luck. And it's fun to see how different people approach that scenario and that situation. Now, I got pretty lucky for this battle, I think, but my luck ran out with 1 health left, so that sucks for me. That's 2 losses in a row now, so double rip for me. I hope you enjoy it, Ape of Wall Street, if you do end up going to an NFT event. Can't say I've been to one, but it's always a good feeling to be with like-minded people. Like I said on someone's stream the other day, have our Splinterfest here on the Twitch channel and have it every day, because not everyone can make it to Vegas or the States or wherever these events happen. So it's all fun, but it's a super good feeling to be around people who are in the same sort of mindset and into the same stuff as you. It's a great feeling. Okay, so explosive weaponry yet again. Reverse speed. So we want some sneaky slow things. That doesn't usually work well as a phrase, sneaky slow things. I'm going to go Life Splinter. They're known for being not the quickest out of the stocks, or whatever it is those things sprinters explode out of. Oh, Clay Golem might be fun. Let's go use our Alpha Clay Golem. One of the few Alpha cards I've got. We probably want to do the Blast Stop. Do we have any other reflection shields that we can bring along? No, only the one option, whereas my opponent may have two if they choose to play Blue Splinter. That's a risk I'm going to have to take. Opportunity via Cave Slug. Let's go Temple Priest. They're nice and slow. Bill of the Radiant. 7 mana left. Not even bothering to bring a heal here. Let's bring Jinren over and we'll bring a Triage instead. Temple Priest can go there. Let's see how this will go. Okay, they didn't bring any Blast Stop. But they also went with a Clay Golem, very interestingly. That's awesome to see, that the Clay Golem is well and truly alive. I don't think my Clay Golem's going to do very well for very long, though. Theirs is exceptionally more healthy. Ouch. It be dead. Send help. I need the help. Oh, it's gone. It's over. I skipped that one. Man, it's been 20 minutes on this focus and I've barely scratched through 1.5 chests. Do you use peak monsters at all there, Thrasher? Sorry, I was not looking at the chat for a long while there. You may have missed a link Ape threw up in the chat earlier there, Sarge. Looks like a Twitter link. Alright. Let's go and register another loss in my loss column there. And we've got close range, earthquake. And what have we got? We've got no threat of life. We might get a threat from Earth. I'm going to go down this path. Yeah, Monster Market's great for buying because of the DEC that you get back. It's amazing for that. No, I've known Sarge now through Steam, formerly, Hive now, and Splinterlands for many years, and I hope you'll forgive me for saying this, Sarge. You get very passionate and animated when you drink, and yeah, we worry about you sometimes, my friend. You've not been the healthiest sometimes when you've been drinking, but we care for you and we understand that you've been through a lot, and you've been put in that situation by other factors that have been outside of your control historically. So you've got a lot of people who care for you out here. So we're all here for you, and I say that with with honesty and respect, because I cannot know everything you've been through, but I know that you've been through a lot. Okay, what am I going to do for my team here? That's the softest side of me you'll ever see. It's the softest side of me you'll ever see. But no, I'm a teddy bear. I'm an absolute teddy bear in real life. You don't have to be afraid of me. I might look like Hagrid. I might look like a maniac, but I'm a teddy bear on the inside. Yeah, there's so many old videos there, Just a Gamer. On my YouTube, I probably can't remember half of them. There's many where I've been drinking with my friend while we've been doing Splinterlands things. So I'm sure there's much entertainment in those old videos of mine as well. Yeah, exactly. I've run out of time here in selecting my team because I got distracted. Cursed, I caught the feels and I got distracted, so now I'm probably going to lose by surrender, but I'm going to try and hack my way through putting my team in. I managed to get my team in. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Yeah, there was no potions. There was no potions back in the day, Jester. So the game has changed immensely. Oh, thank you for retaliating, Bear Nectar Queen. Well, we got through Magnol, which is half the struggle. And I'd like to take this moment to thank Nectar Queen, because they're one of my favourite cards. But they won't survive this. Based on the fact that we got close range in this, I think I'm going to get through it though. Or they've got Cornelius in their last position though. Could give Kron a run for their money. And I think Kron v Cornelius 1-on-1. Kron generally comes out on top. And yeah, I agree. Thrasher, it's one of those things. The Peak Monsters interface is super nice. Especially for bulk purchasing cards or quickly navigating from market to market, etc. And yeah, it does come down to, do you want the EC or PKM? Both have utility, right? Especially with Peak Monsters bringing out that new feature where if you want some of the more advanced market stuff, it's pretty good. You can select up to 45 cards through Monster Market, but you've got to click the tick box, click page 3, hold shift, then click the last tick box and you can grab the 45. Yeah, and that's the thing that most people forget about the internet, Sarge, is that everyone you interact with on there is a person. They all have their ghosts, they all have their demons, they all have the other things to bring to others, and we are stronger together, as opposed to apart. Okay. I didn't expect this stream today to be so sentimental. I hate you guys. I hate you guys for making me feel this way. It means that I care about you and that you care about each other. So, keep it up. Keep being awesome humans. It's what you are. Except for April Wall Street. They're just an ape. They're not yet a human, right? Just like I'm a homeless guy. Somehow streaming to you from an internet connection in some far-flung corner of the earth. We got weak magic, and we've got no, I'm not gonna do a Luthien. You pull at my heartstrings a little bit more and I might. I'm a very sort of sensitive type of guy. I try to hide it. I try to keep it all inside. We got weak magic and we got broken arrows. We got 23 mana. And what am I gonna do here? What on earth am I gonna do here? I don't know. I feel like I have to go with my Cilia. I don't like it. but I'm going to do it. Because that way we can go armor plus rust. We can go Dr. Blight. Broken Arrows makes it so tough. I hope they don't have a mycelia, because that's going to be a very bad time for me. Let's not go with that. Let's go with the Screeching Vulture instead. And who's going to bring in that second position? Let's go with Poison. Throw the Toad. If they go Kraken in here, I'm going to be so angry. Oh good, it's not a Kraken, but they did bring Thorns as I predicted. I don't know if this is going to go well for me. Nice Thrasher. I've recently learned a little bit of Python myself, and the first thing that I have coded by hand, completely devoid of any tutorials, is a little robot that logs into my Splinterlands account and clicks the claim button for my liquidity pool positions. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you can apply Splinterlands to. In my day job, I do analytics and reporting with a little bit of data science sprinkled on the top, although I'm not an actual data scientist. I have no qualifications in that field. Everything I've learnt is on the job. And analysing the Splinterlands market, the card circulation, heck, even the makeup of the abilities versus the mana cost and that sort of thing. It's good fun to do. I even wrote a tutorial when Untamed was in its, I don't know, it's, what do you call them? When Untamed was in its death throes with not many packs left, I wrote a little tutorial on how to use a piece of software called Nime to go and poll the Splinterlands API, to go grab your card collection, pass that data, figure out how many cards you needed to achieve a max level deck for silver, gold, diamond, bronze, whatever league you wanted. And it would then say, give you a shopping list essentially to say, hey, go buy these cards. That functionality is built into the website. Our Splinter cards now, developed at the same time, you know, Divergent Evolution or whatever it's called, where two people in different parts of the world work on the same thing independently of one another. And that's a really useful tool, but it's a great way to learn some of the fundamentals of how things work in the Splinterlands sort of world. So it's good. It's good. It's very good. And you know, it's not that you just have to try to aspire to get onto the team. You can build. There's nothing stopping you right now from building a website that asks the Splinterlands API, hey, what cards does this person have? And then use those cards in an alternate game. I've had quite a few ideas of my own for games of that nature, and I'm slowly working my way through to obtaining the development and design and programming skills so I can sort of start to play with these ideas. They may become something one day, or they may fizzle away, but my general attitude to life is I plan to suck at as many things as possible. I want to be competent enough in as many things that I don't need to rely on other people to do this, that, or the other for me. There's some things, of course, that I'll never become competent in. Like, I'm never going to have the grace and elegance of a ballet dancer, and I'm probably not going to ever learn how to weld, because I'd be genuinely terrified of setting my beard on fire, and that would be a painful and sudden death. But things like learning how to sew. I've got a sewing machine. I made my wife a dress as one of my first projects on the sewing machine, and I that was not easy. I almost gave up. But, you know, I had a article of clothing develop a rip in some of its stitches a couple of weeks back, and normally I would have been like, okay, this piece of clothing is now absolute trash, and it's kind of like, look, I'll just fix it. I fixed it on the sewing machine, and I saved a piece of, you know, clothing that I genuinely enjoyed wearing from going in the bin. I better pick my team before I ramble some more here. And I'll catch up on the chat. Noxious fumes and close range. I'm just going to go Llama Mage, and then I'm going to throw a whole bunch of healers out there. Where's my beloved Hydra? There she is. And 7 mana. Let's go, Mercenary. Probably Cornelius would have been a better choice, but hey, here we find ourselves. Click that battle button and catch up on the chat. Yeah, I suppose so, Crypto Prime. There are some things that I am far more competent at than not. My educational background is in visual art and design. I've got a master's degree specializing in digital media and photography, which sort of makes this streaming stuff and that overlay that you see in the Twitch video window there. I put that together myself. It was just annoying to grab all the artwork and put it all together. But hey, some things are tedious. You don't have to love everything. But yeah, photography is one of my big passions, and on my Hive blog I've got a whole bunch of my photography posted. But yeah. There's a lot of weirdos out there in every walk of life. I think I might come away with the win here, even though my Hydra was used very much as bait. Although, no, that flower, that vampiric blossom, is going to absolutely destroy my mercenary. It's going to be a struggle. I'm just going to skip because that's going to take forever. I came away with the win and 72 rating points, which is really awesome. And would you look at that? I've not been focusing on this because I've just been caught up in the chit chat with you guys, and that's 3 wins in a row. Still struggling along at just 2 chests, and I have not been focusing on that fire splinter. But here we go, another one. I remember Sarge once at work. We were told we'd be getting resilience training, and one of the people in my team just put their hand up and said, "So does that mean we're going to be locked in a room for 3 hours and just have someone yell at us for 3 hours? Is that our resilience training?" And I couldn't help but laugh and laugh and laugh at that. But the actual resilience training that we received was more along the lines of here are some coping mechanisms, you know, go for a walk, all the other stuff. I think the skills that a team like Splinterlands is probably going to need are things more along the lines of like business analysts, and I think they may need, I mean, they've got their careers page, which you can look at for the positions that are generally vacant, but for programming and for that sort of stuff, I think from my experience, because I've worked with a lot of people in IT in my day job, in my corporate, let me put that in quote marks because it is a very corporate job that I'm in, for my actual day-to-day, a lot of people need problem-solving skills and communication skills, and the the more humble you are about a lot of things, the better it helps in that sort of environment. Even though I might think I know the answer to something going into a particular meeting or a particular conversation on something, instead of me just jumping straight into solution mode and blurting out what it is that I think should solve the problem or fix the issue that the team is facing, I find it really nice to just sit back and be a sponge for a little bit, understand what people's thoughts are, sort of read the room a little bit, and most of the time, and I don't mean to blow smoke up my own backside, what I was thinking initially is probably what should be done, but it's a way of sort of going, perhaps we could do something like this, instead of going, this is what we have to do. Some of those soft skills are not very prevalent in a lot of the more technical roles. And it's welcome when it's, why can't we do this? Or why shouldn't we do that? As opposed to, we should do this and this is the only way to do it. Sometimes you need to have that conversation, but the less you approach with that, the more people listen to you, I find, when you are, no, this is what we have to do and this is how we're going to do it. So I sort of flip-flop between the two, because there's some things that I would consider myself to be sort of an expert on, and there's other things that I genuinely have no idea. And again, I haven't paid attention to my team composition. I am very saddened by the fact that I see a lot of darkness here, and the battle is going at 10,000 miles per hour. I'm hoping Jared Scar can get some nice hits in here. Oh yes, they got a Bloodlust charge. Oh, we're going to defeat a Lord of Darkness? What is this? No, we're not going to defeat a Lord of Darkness. Oh god, please don't win Dr. Blight. Oh, that commentary felt super rapidly. There, as the battle accelerated in speed, because I don't know why, it just happens sometimes. Really good rating increase there. 70 rating points. And I think, I'm just going to refresh the page here, a couple more wins, and I think I'll be getting up into Diamond 2, which is super early in the season to be sitting there. We'll see. Just going to catch up on the chat here. Way better to be weird than average. Yes, I agree. Qualifications. Yeah, education is a construct, really. There's nothing stopping you from learning things outside of, an educational institute. Of course, it should create a environment where it's okay to fail and okay to learn through that failure. But at the same time, it's different people approach learning and retention of information in different ways. Some people will almost take to it just as you would train a dog, positive reinforcement. Good, you did this time and you got it right, or you didn't get that right, I'm not going to reward you. Whereas other people, I'm personally one of the people that's like, here's what I've done, tell me where I went wrong. But at the same time, I like to try and seek validation as I achieve a task, because otherwise I feel as though there's too much time wasted in me going, hey, here's the whole thing, it's finished, it's done now, to have someone turn around and return and say, no, you missed the part about this. Yeah, I've done a bit of self-guided Python learning. It's all about self-discipline there, Thrasher. I don't know if there's any local workshops you can attend or short courses or stuff in your area. And the important thing is there's no silly questions. Never. I'm sure I've asked plenty of questions that have been approached as being, why did you ask that for? But it's all about people being surrounded by the people who are going to answer those questions in the right way, I think. Malay Mayhem, and cracking of my neck. So I've got a stiff neck today. Spent too many hours sitting down. Explosive weaponry and melee mayhem. What have we got? Well, they're not playing that. They could play a shield bearer. I think they're probably going to play a shield bearer. Maybe they're going to play a Kraken. They probably could also play a Kraken. Kraken feels like the most viable option. So I'm going to try and build a team that's going to try and beat a Kraken. The bad thing about this is I'm going to need to use a Kraken to try and kill a Kraken. Actually, no, I'm going to go with True Strike to make sure that I can actually hit. Oh, that gives me double Giant Killer. Yes, please. Desert Dragon and Legionnaire Alva. And we'll go with the actual Kraken. Now this has got exploding weaponry, so we want to try and block those explosions via a Tide Biter. That'll stop them there. Now we're going to go healing and cleanse. So let's go Diamond Dragon. 6 mana. I need a direct heal for Kraken, so I'm not going to be using all of my mana this battle. I'm just going to throw in the Myrtle-Eye Guardian. And I'm out of time. Okay, it's not a Kraken. I'm really glad I bought my Desert. It's now Desert Dragon, not Desert, not Desert, Desert. Desert Dragon is in the house. Hoping they can do some fun stuff. But Retaliate should be good from the Kraken here. Hoping they can get one in on that Silver Shield Assassin. Just weary of the time here as well, because there's only 8 minutes left of me rambling at you all before I disappear. But I am here on Splinterlands TV twice a week, on Monday nights, local time for me at least, and Thursday nights, and I enjoy it. It's not always as sentimental as it's been today, but it's been a good day. I think this is going to get me into Diamond 2 as well, which will be just as good as, well, anything, really. That was an excellent win. And yes, looking at that rating score, it does get me into good old Diamond 2. So now I should start collecting these focus points with an accelerated rate, because as you go up, you get more focus points, more season points, and I don't think it's an accident that I got promoted to Diamond 2, because that's a 2-4-5 game win streak there. I am a grid. Are you referring to me as some sort of hive mind at this point? I feel like it could be a hive mind controlling my mouse movements at this point, but the hive mind would be in the form of my beard hairs, somehow sneaking their way up into my skull cavity and controlling the bundle of neurons and whatever else our brains are made out of to do things, to animate my hand and my mouth and my tongue to speak these words and do these battles. I ramble a lot, don't I? It's okay to tell me that. It's okay to tell me to be quiet. I'm not sure Ron would be too happy with me being silent on the stream. But, I don't know. Sometimes I just ramble about absolute nonsense. They entertain me, though, so I hope it's entertaining for you. Rise of the Commons. We've got a 48 mana cap. We have a Life Splinter, Earth Splinter, Water. Please don't tell me they have a Prince Renin. Oh, they've got a Prince Renin. There it is. Prince Renin is a threat. But so is, what's it called? other things. Now, I'm probably going to go with Fire Splinter here on account of the fact that A, I haven't lost a game for a while. B, it's my daily focus. And C, most importantly, I haven't played Fire Splinter in a while, so they're not going to be expecting Fire Splinter to come their way. At least that is my thought pattern. Whether or not that's going to be the case, we'll shortly find out. Do we have any other swiftness we can throw in? I'm sure there is. There's a flame monkey, but I don't think it's going to be all that worth it. Let's have a look at... I want to use Sandworm, but then that limits my options for my front line severely. We'll go Living Lava. Why not? Now, how are we going to arrange this? Yeah, something like that feels okay. Oh wow, that was unexpected. It's Fire v Fire. I don't know how to feel about that. My absolute favorite rule set and mana cap. I can tell you what's not my favorite rule set and mana cap. I hate back to basics because it just defeats the purpose of having your cards leveled up. I like equal opportunity because it allows you to use some of those underappreciated melee monsters. The other thing that tends to be fun and challenging is things like Super Sneak or Fog of War, because Fog of War lets you really think about, well, everything's going to be attacked in the exact order I place it on the battlefield. Therefore, if I do this, this thing might happen, or if I do that, this other thing might happen. And I think now I enter the first initial stages of my impending defeat. Yes, I do. Oh no. Supply runner, save me. No, the supply runner's not going to save me. It's over. It's all over. The winning streak. The ego boosting winning streak. But hey, I did mention it, that I was probably going to lose to that. And thank you, Sarge. I do have about 3 minutes left in my stream here. We haven't heard from Commander Garlic at this point. Normally we see Commander Garlic pop in the chat a couple of minutes before they jump on to say, I'm a-coming for you guys, because they are usually following up on my show. Let's just go have a quick check of the Splinterlands Discord here and see if they've sent their apologies or whatever. No, it doesn't look like it, but we might see them come along soon. I don't think I'm going to invest my time in another battle here. I think I'm just going to sit here and stare at your chat messages and meditate wistfully for my last 2 minutes. No, I'm just going to take a drink because I'm thirsty from talking so much. A healer to the fire team. There is a healer for the fire team. It is a beta card from memory. Rare? Fire? No, it's not a beta card. Was it a promo card? Was it a reward card? It was a reward card. The Beetle Queen. The Beetle Queen, but she doesn't get healing until 21 BCX, and I don't think they're the most affordable cards. Yeah, $51 for healing for the Fire Splinter. Oh, here he is. Here's Garlic. Here he is. I like how he said, oh, it's a child-friendly stream. Then Garlic's like, I just got out of the toilet. We don't need to know, my friend. We don't need to know. So you're going to witness the most terrifying transition from my sweet, quiet tones to Commander Garlic's super high energy very shortly. It's what I look forward to every Thursday night, signing off and introducing you all to good old garlic, the most delicious of the ingredients that you can put in your food. So thank you. See you soon.